What is it? Sexism. Hello everybody. Today I want to talk about the very polemic topic, sexism. What is sexism? Instead of what most think, sexism is not the abuse action itself. The use of most of the suffix ism is generally made to imply the idea of a belief of dominance over rights of one or more subjects, in the theme suggested by the word that comes together with the word ism. The idea of dominance over others' rights, that is what actually is intrinsically related to abuse, since abuse itself is the act of trespass a subject's rights. Sexism and other isms become then, by default, the idea that some subjects can, should, and or must be abused by the dominant subject, resulting mostly in virtually physical patterns to validate the victims. If I could, I would evaluate any ism in 3 levels of danger, from the lowest to the highest. 1. Can be abused. 2. Should be abused. And 3. The highest one, must be abused. Feminism, at the other hand, does not follow the rule of isms. The word feminism looks like that was actually created to intentionally show opposition to the actual idea implied in the word sexism, in a pledge for a reaffirmation of rights of gender. How isms exist? When a practice becomes something so well known and repetitive that your last 3 generations repeat it, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your grandparents, and your parents, then we can say it already became tradition. An ism can then be created in the specific field as a semi-retrogressive emotion of attachment to the past and the will to bring and maintain it in the future. It can easily be depicted in a less epic, faster development environment when we compare it to the feeling that the spoiled kids feel when having to face responsibilities for the first time. You talked about tradition. What is tradition? We need first to remember that every tradition existent was once a radical movement that slowly built up into a pattern when well accepted and requested by the citizens. Tradition is then, unlike what it appears, part of a greater movement. And as much as the movement itself, to keep tradition alive, it needs to keep moving. In other words, tradition is one of the few things in life that to be kept alive, it basically needs to die at some point. We call the last cycle of tradition as revolution, when it finally reached the end of the action that began hundreds of years ago, and now finds people free to begin a new developing radical movement. And of course, you, by all these years, you got the fruits of this action that was the tradition. Why do isms exist? I think that the answer for why do them exist can be pretty philosophical and long to explain. It embraces a lot of psychology and sociology researches, and is based for many religious beliefs, actually. Lastly, I wanted to keep noted that actually religion is also a form of tradition. Thank you very much.